Journalism should be thought of the way scientists thought of black holes. Stay with me here. Scientists didn't know what black holes were. They kind of had some general notions, and then they used that broken flashlight to go try and figure stuff out. And as they were looking, they knew it was imperfect, but they thought, well, we're going to accumulate things, and if we are proved wrong in some of the things we think, that's great, because it limits the number of possibilities out there to explain this phenomenon. And it was an excitement to find out new things, even if they were wrong. In journalism, if you say something and have a provisional notion, and it turns out not to be true, then people say it undermines the entire enterprise. It's just not the way it should be thought of. And the reason this really matters is kind of two reasons. One, when there's journalism about something and then the thing doesn't turn out to be exactly as it was reported, let's say the Mueller report, there's a kind of overreaction and a claim that basically the underlying assessments were all totally wrong. Well, that's not the case. They were provisional, and they should adjust to new information. There's also another thing, which is Einstein. So anyway, I tried this theory out on Carlo Rovelli, who is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, theoretical physicist at the moment. And he said, you know, the thing about Einstein was he was the greatest mind ever. You could write a whole book of his mistakes because he was fearless about being wrong, which was one of my great. What was Michael Kinsley's quote for Slate? Oh, there used to be on the Slate T-shirt, it said, unashamed of embarrassing failures since 1996.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
And I've always loved this idea of collateral error. And in other words, the error is the product of your joyful pursuit and serious pursuit of things, but you're sometimes going to be totally wrong. Well, Einstein, it turns out, was wrong about black holes. He was right about the fact that they might exist, but when he was asked if they could ever figure out if they were true and anything more than theoretical, he said, no, I don't think so. And so he was actually wrong. He said it was not convincing that they could actually exist, and the phenomena really didn't exist in the real world. So he opened the door to them, but then was essentially wrong about them in the end. So, and there's obviously a difference between being wrong in the pursuit of something and thinking that windmills cause cancer, right? So one is the whetstone for critical thinking, and the other is the sort of the epistemological equivalent of sweatpants where the string is gone and they've pulled around your ankles. So I'm not suggesting that it's just any old random theory. And then finally, what I love about this.
I definitely know what John's dorm room was like now.
So I'm coming home now to the end.
Trying to get on the elevator while the sweatpants. Sorry.
So, but I think it's because people will think like, whoa, well, you're okay with being wrong while you're not being serious. No, it's the byproduct of actually intensively focusing on something, but recognizing that the entirety of human experience can't be figured out in 1 second, and that things are provisional. Finally, well, the other great thing about Einstein was that he was fine with uncertainty, right? And the idea that he just didn't know things, and that was okay.